So, well, hi there. This is another video from me, but it's not really a project, rather it's my first rant video on YouTube. I'm ranting about tubes. These things annoy so bad I even can't describe it. So with this tube here, which is a, you'll have it here somewhere, 6SH45B tube, as you can see, I've tried maybe around 1 hour to get the most basic signals out of this tube. I've got the data sheet here where you can see where the connections are, and despite from the fact that it was not so easy to interpret them to the tube, because I didn't really see any mark on the tube, so where is pin 1 or where is pin 10 or whatever, I figured it out with the filament. So I found out that on one side of the tube the filament is on this side, and on the other side it's on the middle. And based on that I made some kind of schematic, you can see it here, how the tube should be connected. I double and triple checked it along with the schematic I have on the computer, and this is how the tube should be connected. So H stands for heating or filament, anode, cathode, and both gitter connections. And this tube does much despite working as I like it. So as I've got this LED here in series with the 50 volt from the small power inverter, so this is a small circuit that generates the anode voltage, which is 50 volts, and also it's a stabilized voltage output, so it stabilizes it always to 50 volts, and I'm running it with the 6.3 volts or 6.2 volts for the filament. As you can see, it glows. So I wanted to build a 2-tube transmitter for YouTube today, and as I said, I did sit around 1 hour before this very annoying tube and tried to get it running. So as soon as I connect the cathode, which is basically equal to emitter from a transistor, to ground, which I'll do now. Okay, well, it doesn't work, of course it doesn't work, but before the LED lit up at its full brightness, and no matter what I did with the gitter connections, nothing happened. If I pull a gitter to ground, nothing happened. I connected it wrong, sorry for that, I connected it wrong. This is plus, so now I'm connecting cathode from the tube to ground. Okay, still not working, but it worked before. So imagine the LED lighting up at very much, the LED is also in wrong polarization, of course. Yep. Oh wow, now it works. So as soon as I connect cathode from the tube to ground, the LED lights up. Why does it do that? I mean, what I've basically done is, if you compare it to a transistor, I've connected emitter to minus, collector to plus via the LED. The LED should not light up, but it does light up. Why does it light up? I have no idea. The next thing is, so if my double and triple checked plan is right, these two connections over here are the gitter connections. So no matter if I pull 1 to plus, the LED does get a little bit fiant, a little bit, but nothing more. As I said, I've experimented around 1 hour with this tube, and as you can probably see, I'm a little bit pissed off with this thing, because when I developed the medium wave modulator that I showed on another thing with these tubes, I had the same problems. If you put one gitter to ground, the other gitter affects something else and something else. I've got a training package for tubes, and it says a tube can be compared to a transistor. Okay, I can work very well with a transistor, so I've thrown together this circuit here in minutes, which is a regulated DC power supply, but with this tube, or generally with tubes, come on, what's wrong with these things? I've wanted to build an oscillator, and how shall I build an oscillator if I don't even get a basic circuit running with this thing? So this is my rant about tubes, and now I'm going to do something else, definitely, because I've had enough from this tube for